EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Mike 50. I'm going to run you over. Under 10. 10.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, wait. Hey, South. 50. Hey, get away from him. Let him go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan, that's complete to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 59, ready. 50, Mike's 50. And let's get this.
Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. Mike's 56. Man, 86. Get right.
A shotgun snap for Darnold, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 54, south.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike, check. In your fight. Got. 50's the mark. 50.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking in zone for Jones. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Hey. Lady. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Switch. Hey, Foxtrot.
Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Darnold. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They come out here in the I. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. On second down now, Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Darnold on third and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Nick Vigil. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, come get some. 51. Switched on him, Travis.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I got you.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he... Works it past the 50.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Atlanta.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. It's going to be a long day. Five.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Space, 51. Hey, Orbit. Hey, South.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Matchbox lights. 58's the money. 58's the money. Check. You have to get tired of seeing me. He's checking.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 26, 39.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. This one caught by Ridley. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. Complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through, and this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Darnold. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
25! Wait! Wait! 22! Hey, Tuesday! Watch safety creep! Watch safety creeping! Safety's creeping!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
On the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 21! Face.
To throw again, Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jackson. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 36-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. After the sack on 1st down, Darnold, he gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Now it's Darnold. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Coming to you.
Freeman again. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Slant. 39. Hey, check. Switch it, clear, switch it.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 13-yard line.
You go, son. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Check.
Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, now look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50. 51, Tom. Mike 50. Got it. 50. Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. When they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just...
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Gun. 51, Sam! 50, Mike's 50. Smooth. Mike's 50. Let him go.
Throwing again. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Ready, blue 80. Back 25. Watch the out. Hey, 2 scores out.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
We want it. Come to my world. 50's the Mike. Hey, Haywood.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To try again after the sack. Darnold, he goes full extension, and he's got it.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Darnold now to throw. The open man is Smith. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running up.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
47's the mic. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. 20. Hey, Alpha. 51, Tom.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Looking in zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 11th touchdown of the year. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is what...
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 78 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. To throw is Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, fighting off the defender. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We own it. We own it. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 47's the mic, boys, 47. Check, 40. Hey, Strickland. Hey, Delta. Hey, check, Mike.
Throwing now is Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Tuesday. 51, jump. Chase 59, ready. Switch.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready? 22 jet bomber. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now Darnold. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.